Hello, I'm People's historian Daniel Gray. Here we are on the south side of Glasgow. Just another park? Or maybe not.
Chipping it in, it goes swivelling across the crossbar. Spence with a tremendous chance. McKenna steps over the ball as Barry is spread eagles.
This is Cathkin Park, home of Third Lanark Football Club. Today peaceful, beautiful. Once though, buzzing with rowdy atmosphere. Just 60 years ago, 45,000 people crammed in for a game against Rangers. Third Lanark's tale is a romantic one, but also one of heartbreak. In 1872, Glasgow was awash with football. Games were played on back greens, on cobbles and on grass. Clubs were started by workmates and pubmates. Members of the Third Lanarkshire Rifle Volunteers wanted to get in on the act. They formed Third Lanark Football Club, the High. They weren't to wait long for success.
Well, it's a real wintry day here at Cathkin with the Lanark kicking off in the white strip.
1889, Third Lanark won the Scottish Cup, beating Celtic. A few years later, in 1904, they won the league. In 1905, they won the Scottish Cup again, this time beating Rangers. Third Lanark had become the Scarlet Rascals, biting at the heels of the old firm. In order to find out more about Third Lanark, I've come to meet actor and impassioned Third Lanark activist Simon Weir, whose great-grandfather played for the club more than a century ago.
I moved in just around the corner actually, and I went out running one day, and I'd sort of heard about Cathkin Park, and I knew it was somewhere nearby. And completely by accident, I came in jogging here one day and stopped, much like we did today, stopped and just, I couldn't believe how much of it was still here. And immediately, it was nobody here, immediately got the atmosphere. So I immediately kind of fell in love with the place. I used to come and train here in the mornings and things as well. And as we went along, found out obviously I had a family link to the club with my great-grandfather. So yeah, it became very, very, very special very quickly.
Just imagine it packed in more like this than as we're able to
Exactly.
read about today. The young lads and lasses at the front, I imagine, bottles of beer passed around, and now,
Absolutely.
I'm afraid, just a few discarded cans. But I can still feel that atmosphere scratched beneath the moss.
It's still there, definitely. And I used to love part of that as well, was matching up right, what was here and what was there.
Yeah.
Because, you know, archaeologically, look at it.
It must have been something to come over here and then have the ground laid out in front of you. It's an amphitheatre.
Absolutely, yeah. And
we don't have that with modern stadiums.
Not at all. It's got that Greek theatre
stadiums.
feeling to it as well. Because as you come into it, you get the sense of the ground, you know. And where we're standing just now, this would have been like this at the time. And what we would have had in front of us, obviously, was, you know, the sort of executive seats would have been the stand just ahead of us here.
That's the one thing we're missing, isn't it?
The stand's gone, yeah. The stand obviously was set fire to and fell into disrepair as well.
Yeah.
Often you'd also get people coming down, laying ashes here, which I always found really, God, I know it means a lot to me, but how much does it mean to these families as well? And they would have little ceremonies.
In April 1967, they drew 3-3 with Queen of the South here. As the fans trudged away, they knew ill happenings were occurring within the club, but what they weren't to know, it would be the last time that they would see their beloved Thirds here at Cathkin Park. When a football club dies like Third Lanark did, people don't just lose their Saturday afternoons, they lose part of their identity. I'm angry that Third Lanark were allowed to collapse like they did, but extremely happy that they still have this amphitheatre, this piece of living history to come along and enjoy.